Guys, welcome back to Lab Cyber. I am Alex. So in today's video, I'm going to give you what I believe are the best programming languages for cybersecurity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide you with the list of these languages, their pros and cons. I will also give you some practical advice on which of these languages to learn, depending on what your goals and objectives are in cybersecurity. And then I will also mention what I believe is the best programming language overall at the end of the video. So be sure to stick around for that. But without wasting any more time, let's jump right in. All right, so the first languages on this list are going to be C and C++. These are your low-level, under-the-hood languages that will teach you how systems really work. So if you want to learn how memory works behind the scenes, buffer overflows, maybe you want to go into exploit development or malware engineering, these languages are your best bet. However, when it comes to the cons, I'm not going to mince any words here. These languages can be quite difficult to learn. In fact, I will go as far as to say that they're quite possibly some of the most difficult languages to learn. They're quite complex and can be very, very unforgiving. But this is not to discourage you in any way whatsoever. In fact, I will encourage you to give them a shot, because even if you don't become some expert at coding in C or C++, if you have some knowledge, just some basic knowledge of how these languages actually work, you will already have gained some decent level of understanding of how things actually work behind the scenes. And if you're able to learn how to code in these languages, you will have a massive advantage in cybersecurity, because then so much more opportunities will be open to you. Next up is going to be a language that I personally love a lot. This is JavaScript. It's a language I learned many years ago due to my past experience as a web developer. JavaScript is a fantastic language. It is ubiquitous. It is in anything that has to do with the web, basically. Okay, so websites, web applications, you're going to be dealing with JavaScript. So the pros about JavaScript are that, again, it is almost everywhere as far as the web is concerned. It's also quite easy to learn. I'm not saying it's a walk in the park. I'm not saying it's like the easiest language to learn, but compared to C or C++, JavaScript is definitely much easier to learn. So if you want to go into anything involving web testing, web application security, JavaScript is going to be the #1 language to learn. I will say, though, that there are two major cons with learning JavaScript. One is that outside of web contexts, you're not going to get that much use for JavaScript. And I will also say that it is a fast changing ecosystem. The JavaScript libraries and frameworks are constantly being changed or updated. So basically, you need to be on your toes. Unlike some other languages on this list whose syntax you can learn once and use for many years, with JavaScript, it's not quite the same. It's a language constantly evolving. So you do have to constantly be updating yourself as well. Next would be what I would call an add-on, because it's not really a programming language on its own. I'm talking about SQL. And when I say add-on, I mean add-on to the JavaScript language. With SQL, you're basically dealing with databases. And one massive advantage of learning SQL is that you will have a fundamental understanding of how SQL injection actually works. SQL injection has always been one of the most popular kinds of vulnerabilities and exploits in web applications. So being able to code in SQL will give you a massive advantage as far as web application security is concerned. But I will say that learning SQL on its own, you will have very limited use for it. And that's why I often recommend that if you want to go into web application security, learn JavaScript first, and then you can also add SQL. So combined, these two will give you all the tools, all the knowledge needed to excel in web application security. Next up, we have PowerShell and Bash, and these tools are fantastic for server management and automation. They are very powerful command line languages, PowerShell specifically for Windows, and then Bash for Linux. Now with PowerShell, if you're able to code in PowerShell, you will have deep access to Windows internals. It's perfect for automation and red team operations. And then with Bash, you will have access to Linux. It's great for chaining tools, automating scans, and parsing logs as well. And just on a side note, I will say that nothing makes you look more like a badass than being able to code straight from the terminal. I mean, you've got that black window and you're typing in code, you press enter, go to another line, you type in some more code. You look like a real badass that you might see in Hollywood movies. But on a more serious note, there are some major cons with PowerShell and Bash. I will say that with PowerShell, it is heavily monitored in enterprise environments. And perhaps the biggest con is that it is Windows centric. So whatever PowerShell skills that you have, you cannot transfer them over to, say, the Mac operating system or even Linux. And when it comes to Bash as a programming language, it can be quite messy, especially when you're dealing with large scripts. Very difficult to control, maintain, and also debug at scale. So do be aware of these cons of both PowerShell and Bash. And last but not least, we do have Python. Yes, Python for me personally, I will say is the best programming language for cybersecurity because it is very powerful, it is very versatile, it can be used for parsing logs, for automation, and so many tools can be developed with Python. If you're talking about tools like a password checker tool or a password management system or user authentication system, you can build all of these using Python. And best of all, Python is actually quite easy to learn. The syntax is very, very forgiving. It is not as complex as other languages out there. So Python overall is a fantastic language, but it is not perfect. Some cons of Python are that, number one, you may end up picking up some very bad programming habits with Python because, again, the syntax is very, very forgiving. And then it's also not ideal for low-level expert development or rootkit work. Python is just not a good fit for any one of these tasks. And it is also much slower than compiled languages, especially when you're dealing with like heavy crypto or network tasks. Python will not be a good choice for those. But other than that, in my humble opinion, Python is still the best programming language for cybersecurity. It's been a favorite for many, many years and will continue to be a favorite for many more years to come. Are you interested in both cybersecurity and Python programming? If the answer is yes, you've come to the right place. Hi, my name is Alex. I'd like to welcome you to my very special Python Programming for Cybersecurity course. Now, this is a course I've designed specifically for both cybersecurity professionals and enthusiasts who would like to learn about Python programming, but in a way that is relevant to cybersecurity. So what exactly does a Python for cybersecurity course mean? It simply means that all the code and programs and tools we're going to build together in this course will be related to cybersecurity. Now, if you've never written a line of code in your life before, if you're completely new to the world of programming, don't worry, I'm going to teach you all the basics of programming, and of course, I will teach you the essentials of Python, such as variables and data types, control flow and loops, functions, data structures, object-oriented programming, file handling, and so much more. Now, along the way, we're also going to build together different types of cybersecurity tools, such as a password strength checker tool, an auditing tool, an encryption tool, and finally, for the class project, we're going to build together a user registration system. I should also mention that this course will come with tons of quizzes and coding exercises to test you, to challenge you, and ensure that you are on the right track. So if you're looking to add the Python skill to your resume, maybe you're trying to gain a promotion or forge a new career path, this course, Python Programming for Cybersecurity, is going to be perfect for you. So I hope you register for the course today, and I hope to see you on the inside. Cheers. To end up this video, I'm going to give you some practical advice on which of these languages to learn depending on what your goals are. So if you want to go into the red team or offensive security, then I would recommend Python, C, and JavaScript. If you want to go into the defensive or blue team, Python, PowerShell, Bash. And finally, if you want to go into application security or bug bounty, JavaScript, SQL, or Python will be your ideal choices. And if you're not quite sure which of these tracks you want to go into, but you just want to learn one language for cybersecurity, for me, it's going to be Python. So that's it for today's video, where I have discussed the best programming languages for cybersecurity. What do you think? Do you have any personal favorite for cybersecurity? Be sure to put your comments down in the comment section below. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, put them down. I'll be sure to answer them. And if you're new here to the channel, welcome to Lab Cyber. My name is Alex. I create content around cybersecurity and AI. So if you do enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so they're notified whenever I upload a new video. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.